Hi, I'm Leslie Whitman from Stories with a Heart Video Productions. Every life is full of stories. They might be joyful or funny, inspirational, or even powerful stories of overcoming adversity. Stories connect us to one another, and a family's story as its heritage is something meaningful to be passed down from one generation to another. As a personal historian and video producer, I help people record, celebrate, and share their stories and memories on video, whether it's a story of an entire lifetime or a particular event. It might be a favorite family story or one that's never been shared before. Maybe it's an interview with your grandmother, or perhaps the flavorful memories that come up when talking about food that's an important part of your family or culture. The people I work with love the idea of this type of documentary for their family, but they're often too busy or just don't have the skills to do it themselves, and they realize that time is passing. They like the idea of a video because the finished product is like an intimate visit with a storyteller. And the interviews can be enhanced with photographs, family films, or audio recordings to create a richer viewing experience. I hope you enjoy the following video clips from programs I've produced. I'd welcome the opportunity to talk with you about preserving your own family stories.
Especially it was fun at Christmas time. Now this was a real routine that we had to go through. My aunt and uncles were very big on Santa Claus. And so children had to believe in Santa Claus, because if they didn't, then it would mess up what they were going to do the next morning. So on Christmas Eve, all four of us would sleep in the same bed. I use the word sleep with some trepidation, but my grandmother would read us. Was the night before Christmas. What else would it be? And so we had to do this precisely, and then go right to sleep, because if we didn't, and if Santa Claus came by and we weren't all asleep, then he would give us one more chance, and he would come by in another half hour. And then if we weren't asleep, he would just leave pieces of coal, you know.
Well, I honestly do believe that what makes your life is how you respond to the challenges that you have. And I feel I was very fortunate, because I had parents that were not interested at all in being parents at that point. So I really had to learn those talents myself.
You were a wonderful mother, Mom. We were very lucky to have you.
And vice versa. I think my children were very, very responsive and caring. I have to say the girls were easier than the boys. But not everybody would agree with that.
After the armistice, after we went in Paris, there was no food. Our food came from Normandy, but there was no transportation. So we had to get food little by little, and we would go to various stores, the baker, the boulanger, the butcher, and a lot of people had to go to the store and get the little you could get. So we went to the store, all of us except my baby sister, and we did lines, long line. And you did a line and buy 1 potato each, because they wouldn't give you more than that. And same thing with vegetables. And that was before we had ration. That was at a very early time. Then we got ration, and my mother would go to City Hall every month and get the ration for everybody for 1 month. And you could use them the way you wanted. So some people use a lot quick and have nothing, or she would be very careful. And when she bought the bread every day, she weighs it, and my mother, and she gave each of us his ration for the day, and there was a big basket and little towels, and then each of us had the bread there, and you could eat it the way you wanted, all at once or a little bit or whatever.
Today we're going to make Christmas puddings. It's still 8 months before Christmas, but as you know, they have to mature and look as black as possible. You spent many days in this kitchen helping me do that, but now you're all scattered. And so I make the Christmas puddings on my own, and you put the wishes in, courtesy of modern technology. I've been making Christmas puddings along with my sister Jean since I was about 10. Let's get started. So here we are, the pot that you will recognize, and the stirrers, and the recipe, which, isn't it tatty? Well, you know, it's been in my recipe book that I've had since I've been first married, 50 years, written out as my mother dictated it to me. Now, not just my mother made these puddings, of course, but your father's mother made puddings. And you've all heard the story about how she would move from house to house and take her Christmas puddings with her. This is a very old way of making desserts. There used to be lots of boiled pudding. Now it is at this point, of course, where one decides, well, it's time to put the wishes in. Of recent years, as I said earlier when we first started, what I do is phone you and ask you to put your wish in. Hello, Adrian.
Hello.
Hello, Adrian. Adrian, I've got the Christmas pudding mix right here, and I'm going to stir for you. Remember how you've got to put a wish in? It's probably a very awkward time, but it won't take but a second. So,
I'm in a meeting, but they actually all want to give you the wish as well. So I'm going to have them. So this is going to be a wish en masse.
Oh, an en masse wish. This is fantastic. This is a first. All right, I'm stirring, so off you all go.
Okay.
Okay, it's all done?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for your making this an extra strong set of Christmas puddings.